it's your boy Ancient Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects of AD or Alpha Dean. We have Figs18 or Anthony. And just as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us here on Twitch or subscribe to us over on YouTube. It is a great help for our channel. We really appreciate all the help we've gotten so far. And just as a reminder, we're live on YouTube as well right now, here on Twitch, and then also on Moonbeam. And Moonbeam will be going open beta live soon, starting on the 17th, I believe. So look for us out there on Moonbeam platform as well. But without further ado, Dean, what are we doing here tonight?
Well, tonight is just a night back. We are sorry. We've been away for a while. We've missed you guys. Life has happened. There's been a lot going on in everybody's lives. People doing stuff, working on stuff, family stuff, you name it, is happening. The real world and weather and, damn, But in other news, real quick, the Magnus Archives is in like the last 7 or 8 minutes, and they're over $1 million. They're sitting at $1,014,063 with 6,191.
Yo, Dean, could we get the intro before you get into the combo?
I'm not starting the combo. I'm just saying. I'm just giving them that, and we're gonna be like this. Anthony, take it away. I'm just giving a big spiel.
We're definitely rusty. You can tell it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on. But yeah, welcome everybody to the CU. And like Dean said, we definitely going to talk about the final minutes of this exciting backer kit. But before we even get to that, our good friends over at Precognition Con, which is happening this weekend, were kind enough to offer us a 25% coupon for all CU members on the Discord and followers of the YouTube channel. It's for those that don't know, it's an online convention that covers from old school gaming all the way to the newest edition of 5e Cypher system and everything else in between. It runs from March 14th to the 18th. And entry for the entire con, or I believe the weekend pass, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday pass, is $10, but they offered a 25% coupon for CU members, and the coupon code is CU-25. So if you want to game online in a cool convention this weekend, head on over there. I was going to post a link in chat, and we're going to post a link in the YouTube video everywhere else, so you can get it. But once again, the coupon is CU-25. And it's a 25% off, so it's $7.50. And you can get in as many games as you like. So head on over to Precognition Con and join some games, look at some panels, visit the online store, and check out all that cool stuff. And I was actually chatting with them today, and they're going to actually give us some tips and pointers on how we're going to handle CypherCon going forward, because they have experience in this. So I'm really excited to pick their brains over at Precognition Con. And once again, they were also enough to give us that coupon, so check it out. So welcome back to the CU, guys. And Dean, now you can talk about what you want to talk about.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just saying, $1,014,063, 6,161 backers with 7 minutes to go. This was a massive success for MCG and Rusty Quill, and I'm pretty stoked about all the stuff that's coming, with it. I mean, just to put it in perspective, there's 3 new books. They've increased the size of books. They've got an actual play that's going to be done. New XP cards, the archivists, they're going to be reading statements. Johnny Sims is going to be reading statements. There's dice, there's an art book, there's new audio, there's more props. This is just a bonkers.
For the record, guys, I saved this. I won the pool. Did you? Yeah. I said $900,001, so that means that somebody said 900,000. So
I said 900,000.
No, dude, you said 700,000.
Oh, I don't remember what I said.
You said 655,000.
Okay.
Jason C says 875K. Something guy said 750K. Oh, it was Jesus that said 900,000.
You were 901. That's funny.
So I actually won the pool. I am the champion. I am the greatest. Respect my authority.
For now. Oh man.
Yo, but that's freaking crazy, y'all.
I mean,
$1 million.
I thought it was good. I knew it was going to do good, but damn, I didn't expect it to crest 1 million. You know, not like that. I mean,
So if I'm not mistaken, this is the third highest grossing crowdfund project they've done.
Yeah,
because I know Invisible Sun did over 1 million.
Invisible Sun, Old Gods, and the first Magnus Archives all did over 1 million.
Oh, so this is the fourth because the when they redid Numenera, that did over 1 million. So this is the fourth.
Fifth.
The fifth?
Yeah, because Numenera, I mean, Invisible Sun, Old Gods, Magnus Archives, the first Magnus Archives, you just said, and then you said Invisible Sun, so that's 4 right there. Now this is number 5, so this is the fifth.
Oh, dang. After this video, I'm going to call Charles and ask for a loan.
Hey,
Yo, can I borrow a few bucks, dude?
They've been knocking them out the park.
I mean,
yeah, they're killing it.
I mean, I just lost my job, so you know.
Can you help a brother out in need?
You know, this is awesome. Phenomenal.
That's crazy. I mean, I would think that MCG is they have to be up there in either 1, 2, or 3 in all-time crowdsource funds. Period.
No,
any gaming company.
Not really, because you got to think.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't follow many other companies.
Well, I'm just saying.
How many other companies has $5 million Kickstarters?
Well, as far as
$1 million crowdfunds.
But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of their model. But yeah, you're probably right. You know,
they have to be in it. They might not be number 1 because I know like Critical Role did like 20-something million, right, with the cartoon or whatever. But
and what's the name? Brian Sanderson just did like stupid money, like 4 or 5 million. He did like 5 million on one freaking Kickstarter for his RPG, for the Stormlight RPG. They did.
But I think in total, like if you counted everyone's backer kick crowdfunds, they have to be somewhere in the top at least the top 10.
I'd say the top 10.
I mean, they're definitely up there. I don't know, like, I could not quantify because, again, I don't look at this stuff, but yeah.
Jason, your guess was 875. Mine was 901.
Yeah, Brian Sanderson, I think he made like something stupid. Like, it was either like, I think he made as much as they made for Avatar, because Avatar made $9 million.
Yeah.
Avatar made like $9 million.
Oh no, I know that there's a lot more like total for one, but I'm saying as a company,
right?
You know, in its totality, like if you took all their backer, because they have to be in the top 10.
Well, look at it this way: if you look at a company, basically Monte Cook Games is starting to start a consistent thing here, little thing that, you know, they're going to do $500,000 to $750,000, and now they've jumped into the $1 million club with $5 million plus Kickstarters. That's a hell of an accomplishment and a testament to the work and product that they give us.
Lord and Lady Mills said, ask Bob the World Builder. He just did a video driving into crowdfunding over the. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta check that out.
Yeah,
that's definitely up my wheelhouse. That's a video that I would
check out. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
that is Sir James, by the way.
Yeah.
DC-20. I think DC-20 did a few $1 million too, which was another one that I just remember. You know.
I mean, crowdfunding as a whole is, you know, for you know, all the costs is being covered in the backer kit in the crowdfund.
Jay,
you know, okay.
Jason C just said Cosmere's at 15 million with late pledges.
That's crazy.
It's madness, absolute madness.
You think MCG's niche is the podcast, popular IP podcast going forward? Because the proof is in the pudding. Every time they partnered with a podcast, they making $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the realm of horror, they've proven that nobody does horror like MCG. I mean, it's right there. You've got good stuff going on.
To think about it, though, do you think they're going to saturate the cypher horror market? Because there's I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer to this, but this is just a question to ask and ask the chat. A lot of their last few projects have been horror-based, right, or suspense-based. Do you think eventually it's going to get to the point where, like, okay, do something different?
Well, they got, they do have something different coming already. We got Knights of Dust. We got the Knights, what is it? Gunslinger Knights coming. We got, Neon Rain, so there is other stuff out there. But I think these two properties are, as long as is a demand for it, I don't see them, not filling that demand, because this is just proving again that they are like, they're the people.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not saying I don't want to see cypher horror, because that's my favorite genre to begin with, but it's just that I could definitely see, hey, there's also something to be said for, especially for a universal system, that when you constantly digging into the well of one genre, it doesn't matter what genre it is, it could disenfranchise some of your other fans that are not necessarily a fan of that.
Keep talking, and I gotta step away for just a minute. I told you what's going on with my family.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me a second.
No biggie.
What are your thoughts on that, Al?
Yeah, no, what I was going to say was it depends on, again, if they're going to keep doing expansions like we see with the Magnus Archives and then the Old Gods, they also did like a kind of expansion type deal, or are they going to try to find more IPs to do stuff with? And then if it's the latter one, it depends on what IPs they can end up partnering with. Because again, I don't really follow too many podcasts myself, but it seems like, and I could be wrong, like horror is like one of the most popular podcast genres. So like if they're going to continue partnering with different like podcast IPs, I can see them doing more horror. And one thing that comes to mind immediately is Station 151. Like I could see them doing a thing with that. It's insanely popular. Yeah. They already are having an in with one of the creators. Like, but again, that's also in the vein of horror. So like,
I mean, that makes a lot of sense, because even back in the day with Orson Welles and the War of the Worlds radio, which is radio, old time radio and modern day podcasts have a lot of similarities. And I think horror is something that's easy to translate with just words. So yeah, I could definitely see why most of the popular IPs in podcasting are horror based or suspense based, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a valid point. Because that's the same thing I was saying, that podcasts harken back to radio days. I used to listen to radio shows when I was a kid. But this is great. So yeah.
No, Cat brought up a great point, and I have an opinion on this, because I have an opinion on everything I'm just a loudmouth. But Cat wrote, as good as MCG is for doing this new IPs, I really want to see them focusing on supporting their previous IPs, and I want to see more solid expansions in Numenera, Predation, etc. Absolutely agree with that, but I think the thinking is that those brands already have an audience, and in order for them to expand to a bigger audience, they're trying to reach people that don't normally either play role-playing games or play Cypher system. So by reaching out to these different IPs, they trying to, like expand the pie, if you will, like get bigger. But I can't help, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm definitely in your camp. But I think that might be the marketing thought behind it. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately, getting those new IPs or IPs that people are familiar with is a
Yeah.
big like draw for getting new people in. So like
Mm.
what you call it? Sir James said in the chat, bringing in new audience at the same time as satisfying the ones who are already here. So
Yeah.
that's easily done by getting new IPs, right? But not necessarily by expanding on old ones, which is unfortunate, right? So I would love for them to do a backer kit thing where they expand on the original three IPs, the Predation, Gods of the Fall, Unmasked. I would love, love, love to see that. But
Yeah.
I
that would be
agree.
for like the MCG diehards. That would not bring in new people, unfortunately.
I
Like,
agree.
But
No, hold on,
okay.
hold on a minute. I agree with you guys 1,000%. But if what we've been seeing for the last 10 years is any indication, those first three properties are dead in the water. You
You
know,
think so?
I you know I,
It'll be sad because I think Predation has
no, I'm not
Predation.
saying I'm
No,
not saying that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that I think Predation is set up to be as big as Numenera
No,
if
I'm not.
they
I'm not,
really put the resources and time into it.
brother. I'm not arguing with you because
Yeah.
God of the Fall has that potential.
Mm.
Unmasked had all three of those properties have massive potential.
Nah, I'm not as does it.
Yes, it does. Oh, yes,
It's
it
a,
does.
nah,
Yes, it
no,
does.
it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not shitting on Unmasked,
No,
but
and the reason why I'm gonna tell you why, because see, like horror is your wheelhouse.
no, I'm not saying
No,
that.
it's
It's an average at best hero setting.
it has the potential for growth, is what I'm saying though. It does. They all three of those have great potential, but I digress.
No, the reason why I say Predation is because, and don't get me wrong, Gods of the Fall, you know I love Gods of the Fall. But Gods of the Fall and Unmasked, there's other RPGs that you could say, hey, they're around the same.
What you're saying is predation is unique.
Yes.
Predation is a unique setting that there's really nothing else out there like it, So I get what you're in that respect. So yeah, I'll agree. I mean,
but and keep it real too. Out of the three, what you call it, the superhero setting is the weakest of the three.
Of course, we said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
We said that from the beginning because to me there was a lot of disconnects, and there were certain things that were said during the campaign that never came to fruition in the book. But that's another whole story, and we can talk about that. But the point is, Predation has got like big, massive golden balls. I mean, it's just.
I will say I want to address some things. Jason C said, "That said, Spanx, outside of IPs bring in new audiences, but of course, what are we, Charles? Chopped liver? I'm from New York, so I prefer to be chopped cheese." In some essence, yeah, we all, it's like, like you're. They know we're the diehard fans, so we're gonna try whatever they come out with. So in some ways, Jason is right. We all kind of the chopped liver crowd because we're gonna,
because we're the loyalists.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. But I definitely agree with that statement.
I will say this just because Ketup made a great point, and I don't want it to be glossed over by mistake. He said, "I would like to remind fellow creators that Predation is part of the creator program. Anyone can make Predation content at least." So it's different from like the open, what is it, the CSR, the Cypher System Rules document. But you can make adventures, you can make like types or whatever, like you can make content for it, but you can't. I forget what the exact distinction is.
Make a whole book or anything like that. You can make supplemental information as part of the Cypher System creator.
Yeah, but I will say this though: if there isn't major support from the host company, you can make some really cool shit, right? But you're not going to get the views and the content as if, say, Shauna said, "Hey, I'm doing a second Predation book." Then you start working and churning out your stuff on the side. You're gonna sell a lot more. But that's like the the bad part of these one book setting books is because if you know that you're not getting any more material.
Well, here's the thing, Anthony. It's a double-edged sword, because the people who want additional stuff for it, and you make something, and they come to our server, whatever. Everybody tells everybody about anything anybody creates, any of that, from a Cypher, creator program, from CISO, whatever. We tell everybody about everything. So those things, are cool. But if we all know, if MCG did it, it's going to be, lorded after, it's going to be on their website. So, because a lot of people come searching for stuff and don't know, about KitHub's manifestation document or I'm now Vandals, but then we tell them, or, somebody came in the other day, I was talking to them about Entropic Isles, and they was like, really? I'm like, yeah, some crazy, psychedelic, punk stuff that my boy is doing is like crazy. But so, yeah, just talk about it.
KitHub said Dean is wrong. You can make a full book with the Cypher program. But yes, Jason, creator program content is a drive-through only. You cannot duplicate any existing Cypher content, though, including the rules.
Right, you got to direct everything back to the CSR.
But if you're creating your own stuff, you can put whatever.
Yeah. My point was, though, is that you could create stuff for that. Like, I love the one setting books, but I always damn, I wish there was a second book. But I like now what they're doing in the last two setting book series that they came out with. You notice they're coming out with I think it started with the superheroes, because they came out with the superhero book and a setting book in the same thing. Right. And now that they did the same thing with the cyberpunk and a setting book at the same time. So at least you're getting more than one book. Those older books you was just getting one book, and it was like, they're fantastic books and you could game with them for a long time. But the collector in me and the gamer in me, you always want to see, you want more books.
You want more books.
And it seems like, with the IPs from an outside source, you're getting that. And you're maybe not getting that with some of the beloved settings that they created themselves.
Right. But, they do have a tendency to listen. So we're screaming, the community's screaming for some more stuff from the previous settings. We did get a predation adventure and a strange adventure in the Adventures in Cypher System book. So, maybe if we just keep talking, maybe we'll get some more love like that, because I'd love to see him write an Unmasked adventure or Gods of the Fall adventure. Definitely Gods of the Fall. Gods of the Fall is such sweet.
I'm greedy. I want a source book over an adventure.
Yeah, no, I would want a whole expansion, revisit it like you've been revisiting the Magnus archives and old guys and make a bunch of shit, a bunch. I would love that, but I kind of think
to be honest, I wouldn't even mind another Tolis book.
Don't get me excited.
Tolis is so much book. You need more book. You need more book.
Yeah, what's outside the city? I mean, I know you have the 3E stuff, but I would love to, or a book of the magic, the races,
or
there's a ton of stuff you can do.
I would love a book on Chaos Tech. That would be awesome. A Chaos Tech book, because that can be useful in a lot of other spaces. KitHub, thanks for bringing it up, KitHub. KitHub said, I'm excited for the MCG stuff, but we're also really killing it in the third-party space right now. Void Home is almost done. Al's project is a good chunk done. He said, I'm helping Dean with his. I'm working with Dean and old Gus on the paradigm shift. So much third party right now. So yeah, we got a project that me, Gus, and KitHub are working.
We definitely gonna talk about this. I just want to touch on one thing. Bright Crazy Star. I would prefer more people playing in CU than more products. I'll be honest, I think that falls on the three of us. When we were more active, because we haven't been...
Right.
I I keep it a buck. When we aren't active on the server, it tends to bring the whole mood down of the server. You know, because at one point we were having 5 to 10 games run a week.
I will say this.
You know, the three of us were running games, encouraging other people to run games. Okay,
what you call it? I was throwing like I don't know if you saw. I was like making exasperated like hand signs and facial expressions. Bright Crazy Star is Charlie. Like you keep calling people who are in the chat often and they're part of the scene, and you call them by their username instead of like you know who they are.
First of all, no, I know who Sir James is. I did not know Bright Crazy Star was Charlie. You probably told me before, but I'm also an old man, so please excuse me. But yeah, Charlie's absolutely right. But I think that falls on us, dude. For real.
I mean, and I'll be honest with you. You know, let's keep it 100. All three of us are actually working on projects. All three of us have a lot going on at home. Again, it's not making excuses. It's just reality right now for us. I know personally, once I get things a little bit more evened out, I want to start running stuff. I want to start doing some play testing on the server. I know you want to run some stuff. We talk about, you know, every 2 weeks we talk about.
It's not even that. It's about promoting, like, you know, because usually I'm the chief promoter, but you know, just so everybody know, my son had some major health scare that we've been dealing with for the last 3 months, and I'll be honest, it kind of mentally I was just still am a little bit out of it. But I always feel like I'm the spearheader when it comes to promoting stuff or talking about stuff, advertising stuff. And I fell off big time in the last 3 months. And I think those promotions help, encourages people to post games, encourage people to want to run games. And, you know, once all my family stuff actually starts clearing up, I'm definitely going to have to start doing it, especially a couple of months before CypherCon.
Oh, and see, Jason said the same thing. He said, I've been writing so much, I haven't run like I used to. After 6 Gun Doomsday, I'm thinking of taking a bunch of months to run games. Yeah, you know. So, Al, but yeah, it's time. It's time. Yeah. Let's talk about
Charlie. I always take accountability, dude. And it's not. I wasn't taking it as you. I'm just, I like to keep it real. No, when you post it, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. My honest opinion that kind of falls on us.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to throw a fastball to you, Al. It's time to talk about the Entropic Isles, man. You got, you know, you've been showing off in our little private chat. Come on, tell the people.
Well, firstly, Ketup is saying, he got me to play in one of his campaigns, and I need to GM a game now. Bro, I'm so bad at having the energy to actually sit down and run a game. Because like I said, you know, we've been working on projects and stuff, and I'm learning, you know, layout as I go for this project, so it's going a lot slower than I expected, unfortunately. But I think I've hit a good stride these past couple of weeks. If you looked on the server, I posted a couple of examples of pages of layouts I've done. No art, unfortunately, just, you know, my layout stuff. But even that stuff is old now. Like, I've upgraded it more, like the archetype page, and it looks a lot better, and I'm really enjoying the style it's going in. And even though, again, I'm learning as I go, I'm still trying to stick to my vision as much as possible, which, again, is adding to the time, but I want to have that, again, like I call it dark hyper pop, and I think I'm hitting that mark, and I want to continue hitting that mark as I progress. But yeah, if you go on the Discord server, let me link the Discord server. There is an Entropic Isle chat, and you can see the examples I've posted. Again, there's not a ton of them, because work has been slow, but there are a few, and you can see a couple things. But yeah, it's been a time. It's been a time learning.
Okay, and I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do just like I did last time. Just a second, Ant, because I saw you got to say something. Al likes to downplay what he's doing, but I'm gonna be Al's cheerleader right now. Al's book looks freaking hot. Okay, because like he said, dark hyperpunk. you know what? It's like, neon juice meets like psychedelic trip. I love it. Stop downplaying yourself, Al. Learning as you go. But the beautiful thing is, you're not doing what HBD did. You're keeping in contact with your people. They know what's going on. Nobody is going, oh my God, I want to murder you, mother. So.
Well, to be fair, I have not updated officially, on the backer page for like 6 months. my communication has totally been on the Discord, but again, most people who are wanting communication are on the Discord, and no one has posted asking questions like, "Hey, where is it? What's happening?" And when someone does, I answer promptly. Like, the first bout of updates on the Discord server started when Zeus Legion asked, like, "Hey, what's the progress? Like, how's it going?" And I answered honestly, and I answered like, pretty quickly, I think. So yeah, if people have questions or whatever, I definitely answer as expeditiously as I can, but no one's really, coming asking like, hey, what's the progress? How's it going? So I've been pretty quiet in an official capacity. But you guys in the background, like you guys, Ken Hub, a couple of other my design buddies, they get like updates almost daily where I'm like, hey, this is what I did today. Look, this looks crazy, right? Or whatever, right? Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, right? But if you had to give us at least a suggested ballpark figure, when do you think you'll be able to give it to backers?
So I'm assuming, and again, this is a huge assumption, because I gotta link up with Sin to do the art, and the art is gonna take the most time, I think. But double whatever you think, Al, says Jesus. I'm hoping to have like the PDF done by the end of the month, and that's like hope and a prayer. So probably the end of next month, like Jesus said, double it, boom. So hopefully end of next month we'll have the PDF, and then the PDF will be sent to the printers, and then hopefully a week or two after that the books will come to us, and we can do like the additional stuff like signing the extra copies that some people paid for, doodling on them, and then shipping them back out. So hopefully by the start of, this is March, May? We'll get the books, and like the physical books, and they'll be going out, and then hopefully by the start of April we'll have a PDF mostly finished, or at least all the way finished, hopefully. But yeah. Charlie says, hate to be the colorblind spoil sport, but will there be a print friendly version? Yes, there is a completely plain text version. That's actually already released to backers. It's incomplete. It doesn't have every section, but the book is now complete. I just have to go back and revisit the plain text to add all the additional stuff and reformat it and whatnot. But the text is already all done, and there will be a plain text accompaniment. So if you don't want all the fancy art or the background shit that I'm doing, you can just have a pure text document, and has charts and shit. But for the most part, it'll be just text.
That's freaking awesome.
I'm very excited.
And first of all, I'm actually in love with the setting, and I'm in love with all the there's a lot of cool stuff in there that I think it's Cypher System hasn't seen yet. So I'm excited. I'm not a big spoiler guy but I'm excited to see the stuff that we've seen behind the scenes, in the hands of players. It's gonna be really cool.
I think most of the stuff is already available. Like if you've backed it, you should have access to the playtest documents, and like 80% of the stuff is there already. And once I go and finish the plaintext document again, it'll all be there. But yeah, it's I'm really excited to see what players do with the monsters that I've created, and especially the high backer reward ones, like the ones that people help me design, are really cool. Like what's one of my favorite? The Silken Beaconer is like a spider lady that like they kind of permeate the land, so they're like kind of insidious, kind of like the web, like in Magnus Archive. They're kind of just in the ecosystem, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, all the stuff in there, I'm pretty excited for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dean, you want to save you for last, because I think I have like the least amount of work done.
Yeah, let's talk about talk. Well, you know what? Let's talk about crime.
I'm actually working on a project, but unlike these two people, for the biggest extrovert in the group when it comes to design work, I have imposter syndrome like a motherfucker. So I show nothing. I just been working in the background on my own. But I'm developing a game called It's a Crime, and it's essentially Boys in the Hood meets Sons of Anarchy meets The Godfather, where you could play one of those three different crime families, and all the design work is based on the actual group that you're in. So you could either be a street level street gang, you could be a motorcycle club, or you could be an organized crime family. And unlike these two, I haven't been sharing shit. I just have like 60 documents of various. I have 3 whole adventures written out because I have a bunch of mechanics that I've mentioned a little bit to Dean that I'm trying to work on, but I haven't actually done anything other than me working on it internally. So yeah, so I'm way off, unlike these two guys. But I think Cypher doesn't have anything like this, a street level, hardcore, like a violent game.
Drama.
Yeah.
It's a thriller. It's a thriller drama. What is the other one? Suspense.
Yeah. It's definitely an X-Card type style, made for mature audience style game. And I'm excited to share some, but I personally think I'm a few months away from even sharing it. So,
and I'm sure it's implied that it's modern. But
actually, no. It's based in the 1980s. It's 70s and 80s. I wanted to
modern
because no, my vision is more film. Like it's more like film based. So it's So
that was the era when all those movies came out.
70s and 80s. And also too, realistically, crimes were a lot easier to commit in the 70s and 80s with modern technology. A lot of organized crime doesn't have the same effect that it had in those time eras. So it's more based in the 70s and 80s.
Organized crime took a whole nother turn. Now they're doing cyber crime and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. It's a crime. You'll probably hear about. You'll start seeing some stuff around November, December of this year. But I'm keeping it close to the vest for now. Okay,
you want me to just go? Should I? Okay, so I'm working on a book, The September Legacy. Again, like Anthony, I wanted to do something that I hadn't seen in Cypher yet. So everybody knows I'm a big martial arts fan. I probably love martial arts as much as I love comic books. I mean, watch wuxia movies. Me and Anthony are always posting kung fu movies and whatnot. We got to get out to watch some. But I also love the pulp era. The early, what was it? The Stranger and the Shadow and Remo Williams and all of that kind of stuff. I love those pulp era adventure style stories. I love grandiose adventure. And then, of course, hey, Afrofuturism. I'm that guy. I love science fiction. So that gives me like where I can do almost like wuxia superhero twisted, sci-fi. It's a real grand project. You guys have been seeing stuff that I've been posting. I've got a few new mechanics. I've worked out some new things that are going to play. Ked Hub, Old Gus, and Devin have been freaking phenomenal helps, helping me, just stuff because I send my stream of consciousness. That's how I write. And I send it over to Gus and Ked Hub. And they're like, okay, take this word out, put that word in. They capitalize all of this, because I'm like, yeah, okay, then you're not playing D&D, So stuff like that. It's awesome. I got some other stuff, I got a quick start that I'm going to release hopefully within the next 3 to 4 weeks. I want the quick start to be out. I want to have some artwork. I'm also going to be launching a one-page website. and so I can build a mailing list, and and it'll have a preview and some of the artwork and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. The quick start is basically free. I'm gonna put it up on Drive Through RPG. You guys can donate. Pay what you want. If you want to give me a couple of bucks to help me along, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. But it'll be up there on Drive Through RPG, and I'm really excited. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm way more excited for this. I thought I was excited for doing Diamond Throne. This right here has got me stoked because it's like all my vision, and then to get the feedback that I got from you guys, people who I respect, in gaming world and so on and so forth. It's awesome, the feedback, because it helps you shape the idea or, flex it in ways you're not going to think about, so you don't have that narrow-minded view. So thank you, community, and thank you guys.
You know what I love about this project, Dean, is if you was to ask me, hey, what would Dean design? I think this is pretty much it for someone that knows you very well. You know what I mean? Like, all the aspects in this game is stuff that I know that you have a high passion for and love personally. So I have no doubt that this is going to be like, this is like, you could, even just the stuff that you share with me or we talk about when, we're going over just, like game mechanic design stuff, is I know that this is like a passion project for you. And when something is like, when you could feel the love coming through on the paper, I know that this is going to be successful and it's going to be freaking fun to play.
I appreciate that. I'm really stoked. I'm looking forward. I got to play test a little bit this last weekend, Saturday night, and it was really cool because I was playing with old friends, and they got it. They were like, "Oh man," and they're like all hardcore like D&D players, more complex system. But once I was able to lay it out, it was like it flowed, and they were able to get into it. They really got the movie cinematic feel, and you can see it, being on TV. And I got some crazy stuff really in the works. If the crowdfunding goes well enough, then there'll be a couple of little nice extras that I want to do that have already blossomed just from stuff we've already talked about.
Yo, before we move on, you mentioned the crowdfund, and excuse me if I got a mistake. When are you releasing something? You just recently said, so our audience can catch it again.
I'm going to be releasing a quick start with several of the new rules and some pre-generated characters and an adventure, and it's going to be out there for consumption. And I can get feedback.
Like a ballpark figure when that's going to be? Like if you have it,
that's about 4. I'm saying about 4 weeks.
Okay.
About a month. About 4 weeks. If I can get it done sooner, but I'm tweaking everything now. Like the stuff that I've been sharing around with you guys, that's all going to be in there.
And it would be remiss of me if I didn't mention this, but yeah, we're working on stuff. But there's also great people in the community, and I just want to mention some. Void Home by Ked Hub. We've been the pleasure to see this from the ground up as well. It's freaking awesome. Like the stuff that Ked Hub has, it invokes that early Alien feel to it with so much more. So that's definitely a project, and you could definitely go to his site, watch his videos on it because it's freaking phenomenal. Void Home is crazy good. But we also have Shadow Main, Jason C. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he has several projects that's in the works and a great. So check his stuff out. Jesus, our little brother, the CU, he just came out with a fantastic card game that got fully backed on BackerKit. The CU family are doing phenomenal, great stuff. And I'll be remiss if I'm missing anyone else.
We cannot forget Old Gus.
Old Gus, yeah.
Old Gus.
His website is phenomenal.
He breaks the entire CSOL down and the CSRD. It's easily accessible. you can literally use it to run games. You don't have to open up. You don't even have to pull up your PDF because because Gus has it organized so nicely. He also has a bunch of optional rules and things that he's designed. I've actually worked with him on a few rules, or a few ideas and stuff like that. And we already mentioned Ketup, and just so you guys know, Ketup is not only a creator of Void Home, but he is also a phenomenal designer, layout person. He does phenomenal layouts. Him and I have worked together on a couple of other smaller things, and like I said, I cannot wait, just to see how things blossom with Void Home. So,
Jesus, Jason, please post the links of your products in chat so I can rip them from here and put them on the YouTube channel as well. But please post them here so everyone will have the link to your product. I saw Cat already did, but Jason and Jesus, post your links.
Jason also mentioned Gonza, who's doing Mystery Flesh.
Gonza's big time. Gonza's big time now. He's like a pro now. He done graduated. We're still in high school.
He in college now.
Yeah.
He joined a frat. Oh. But yeah, those.
We love you guys because you know we got love for you. I'm just busting chops.
But like I said, the CU is a great place. And if you're new out here watching us for the first time, yes, come over, join the CU Discord, check out our Facebook, something. Trust me, you'll enjoy yourself. Lots of great people, no toxicity. Everybody just likes to talk gaming and creativity.
I have two more topics to talk about before we go. I'll talk about this, but there's certain thing going on beta March 17th. Could you break it down and promote that for us?
Oh yeah, so I don't know what the actual website's gonna be. I have to assume it's gonna be what the website is right now, which is moonbeam.stream, I believe. But Moonbeam, the platform that Monte Cook Games was part of their crowdfunding campaign, along with a bunch of other RPG companies, and I believe GameholeCon, or was it Gen Con? I think it was Gen Con. But one of those conventions partners with them as well, with Moonbeam. And yeah, it's just a new streaming platform that's kind of like a mix of Discord and Twitch, kind of had a baby. So it has the functionality of both those sites kind of on one page, and it's really nice. You got your Discord chat on the left, or your regular chat on the left, and then you have your streams on the right side of on the same page. So as you're chatting, you can see when people are live. And yeah, the platform's called Moonbeam, and Monte Cook Games platform on Moonbeam is specifically called the Anywhere Door. And it's going into open beta on the 17th, next week.
And there are several of us who will have channels within the Anywhere Door, and kind of give them that idea, because the Anywhere Door is supposed to be a representation of Cypher System, Monte Cook Games. You can go anywhere. You step through this door and you're going anywhere. So there's going to be various different people on there. KitHub is one of the people. I think Mr. Tarask is one of the people.
Jason C
is one of the people. As well as the CU boys. We're going to be we're going to all have our own places, and it's going to be pretty interesting because it should be able to give you that type of idea when you look at the technicality or the technical work, how KitHub runs something, and then you might look over here and somebody's doing an actual play, and then you come back to us with the weirder laid back guys, with the kitchen in the background.
Just to be straight though, it's what D means, it's streaming channels. MCG is going to have their own, because it's sort of like a Discord Twitch hybrid, but MCG's, the actual Discord portion of it is going to be MCG related stuff, right. But the streaming channels will be all the partners of Anywhere Door, just so there's some clarity.
Yes.
And Anywhere Door is going to be excited. So if you haven't gotten a key yet, the beta goes on the 17th. I believe they're gonna open it up for some additional people to join. And for those that don't know, Cypher Unlimited is in charge of the moderation. Most likely, Big Al is going to be handling the first few months of the moderation on his own. So yeah, come join us over there. We'll be streaming on all 3 platforms, and there's going to be a bunch of other cool shows on there. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And the last thing I want to talk about, and this is like it's not Cypher related, but I feel like I had to say this because I've been holding this in my chest for a while. I finally read 5E 3.5. I finally bought the books.
5.5.
Yeah, I don't like it, dude. I just felt like I had to say it. I think they took a step back. I don't know if anybody else feels the same, but
I haven't read it.
I don't know.
I was given I told you I have a copy of the Player's Handbook, and I don't know even if I don't even know if I can let the collector in me buy the other 2 books because I'm just.
I bought all 3 at the same time because it was an early birthday gift for my wife.
But remember what I told you? I told you the way I looked at it is that they tried to copy Pathfinder. They tried, it was just too many. You tried to take this from here and take that from there and make some amalgamated piece of shit. I'm like I said, everything that they've done since shit all the way back to Spelljammer has pissed me off. So I was like, and then everything else.
Yeah, I just thought I'd say it because, I don't run in D&D circles anymore. So, like, it's either you guys or, and we have a no additional word policy on the server. So, but fuck it, this is our space. This is our safe space. We can say whatever the fuck we want on the stream, right? But, we have a no addition war, so it's either you or Eric Frankhouse that I'll bitch about. But yeah, I don't like it. Like, and I went in there trying to like it. It's like different if you go in there going, "Oh, this is going to be bad." Like you have that mindset already. But I just finished the last book, and I'm like, damn, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yo, just real quick, Aloof just gifted us 20 subs, bro. What are you doing? Bro, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yo.
That's awesome, dude.
Bro, what? The hell?
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much you made our day, bro.
What the hell? That's a first.
That's awesome.
Aloof is the goat. We gotta do something for you, Aloof. We gotta do something for you.
You want a CU shirt? What do you want, man?
Like something. We gotta hook you up with something. That was crazy. I just saw it like stream up the chat. And I was like,
yeah,
what just happened?
That's what I'm saying. Me and you saw it at the same time. I'm like, what?
Holy shit. But what I was gonna say to the D&D talk, because my thing is quick. I barely have the bandwidth to read the things I actually really like.
Yeah.
So I definitely have not taken the time to read the new D&D. No, I have not.
I have every edition of D&D, so I was gonna buy it with Dean knows. Like,
no,
I literally have every edition of D&D. So I was gonna buy it because it's like for the collection, but I don't know, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's me. I have them all. I mean, I'm talking about even from the little white box. I got all of that over there. So my point is, like you said, but I wasn't happy with the Player's Handbook. I felt like they were just trying to pull too many things and glue it together to make some bullshit because, they heard about this company and that company. I mean, the truth of the matter is, like I tell people all the time, I hated 4E, but 4E wasn't a bad game. 4E was actually a brilliant game. And 4E just way outdoes this 5.5 shit. Can't believe I said that out loud.
I would say something else that's controversial. Like, why get rid of orcs? I don't know. That's a whole other story for another thing, but...
You know why rid of orcs?
No, you know why they got rid of orcs?
Yeah, I know.
Wait a second. Let's come back a little bit for the guy who doesn't read D&D shit.
Yeah.
So they got rid of orcs, period, or just as a playable character?
As a player race.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
But they're still in the lore, though, right? Or whatever. Like,
Not really.
It's touchy. It's a touchy subject.
It's a very touchy subject because. So for you out there who did not know, somebody got the wild burr up their ass that orcs were supposed to represent African American people, and for some reason, that was we somehow we became orcs. I don't know how that happened, but
orcs are no longer monsters.
No, so they're saying they're player races, but not monsters. You can still play as an orc, but they're not like in the monster.
They can't be the evil bad guys anymore.
Okay. But not only that, the whole race thing kind of lost.
Right.
Like, there's no uniqueness for being a race.
Yeah. Yeah, they just threw that out the window.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm old and I don't know. Like, I don't think real world politics should be in game design.
Anthony, welcome to Grognardery. I feel good. He's coming over to me. He's starting to understand.
Keto said, did you look at him? Okay, guys, careful on this territory.
I'm trying to walk on the glass.
What did he say?
I'm trying to walk on the glass as carefully as I can.
Oh.
I can't really comment because I haven't read it. Yes. So I'm safe. Have my opinion.
I'll be honest. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't think it's my cup of tea. And it is what it is. There's a lot of games that are not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not. You know what? It's still D&D. It'll always have a special place. If it's something that gets somebody into gaming, great. Hopefully it doesn't narrow their mind. Yeah.
Jesus wrote in chat, Gridlock Inc. is not affiliated with these videos. I add that in our description too in the YouTube video. Check out Jesus's or Brilliant Losers Gridmon, and then in parentheses, Gridmon Inc. is not affiliated.
You know what's funny? The Dean is usually the one that gets us canceled, and I'm the one that ain't gonna get us canceled.
Nobody's gonna cancel us. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, you know what's gonna happen is you're gonna get all these guys talk about us, and then we're gonna get like 800 fucking views, 800 million views. That's what I want to do.
No, I just thought I'd bring it up because we never get to talk like auditions and stuff like that. And regardless of how anybody feels, that D&D is still the mothership. You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be the mothership. Even if it burns in flames, it'll be the mothership. So it is what it is.
Exactly.
That is pretty unfortunate because D&D, or I guess Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast could be like, we're not making any more D&D. And the community would be like, all right, we're still going to play D&D. Like, we'll still play what we have. Like, I could see that. I could 100% see that. Like,
listen. Look, I know people right now that still play first edition. I have people right now who still play out of the white box, and that's all they play. That's what they want to play. I got people who still play AD&D. So everybody has, everybody has their edition that they grew into and came through on and all that, and you just remember it, But I'm just with Anthony. They're just, to me right now, they're phoning it in. They're not trying to be innovative. They're not trying to give us anything. They're rehashing ideas. Like Anthony said, you're letting real world politics come into the gaming space and all the things that should be a discussion at your table versus the game company making that decision for you. So
yeah, I'm curious to see where role playing is going, period, to be honest. Like, I think, I know Dean always says that we're in the golden age of role playing, but that golden age could pop could easily pop. Because I know everyone says, oh, well, you get all these other companies doing things, but if the head of the snake isn't doing well, isn't feeding, it's hard for the rest of the body to fucking get nourishment. You know what I mean? So it's always a bad time when the flagship isn't doing well for the rest of the industry.
But see, the flagship is always going to do well because the way they have it.
No, they aren't doing well financially.
No,
they're not.
They're not doing as well as they want to be doing. They're doing better. They're
No, they're not doing well. Period, dude. This is it's starting to get borderline 4E territory now, like numbers wise, like sales wise. And I'll give you a perfect example. They just released, and we're going down a rabbit hole, right? They just released a new set of books, right? And when Hasbro released their quarterly earnings, they didn't even mention D&D as the most profitable franchises.
Wow.
So,
okay, I got you.
So what's that telling you? If you you get the most sales, the most grossest sales is when you release a new set of books. Right. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think they do it that well. If I had to guess.
Well, again, like I said, I mean, and in the same breath, I can honestly, if they're not doing well, then I think a lot of people took the same attitude I did, because I talked to a lot of people and everybody just seems to be, they'll get depressed here or they get depressed there, or they get, but it's all like a cascade effect. And now we're sitting here and you putting out something else. Nah, I'm not even gonna take the chance on you anymore. You didn't spit in my face 6 times. You know what? I'm not gonna give you a 7th.
It kind of scrolled past, but Cat Hub said something really good. He said, as I said earlier as well, they're trying to write a game for everyone, which means it's not really written for anyone in particular. It's like bringing the most bland soup to a potluck to make sure it doesn't upset anyone.
Right.
Yeah, that's why we keep Cat Hub around. Every once in a while, he says some smart shit. Because I couldn't agree more with that statement. I think that's exactly.
Well, guys, we've been running for about an hour and 5 minutes. Let's start wrapping it up just so we keep everybody.
Yeah, because that was a hell of a rabbit hole you've decided to open at the end there.
No, I'll be honest. I haven't chatted with you guys all with chat in a long time. And I always feel comfortable when we get to voice our opinions on air, because I think that this is healthy. It's healthy to disagree, have these discussions, and it's freaking fun.
Look, it's freaking fun. I miss you guys so much. Look, I'm not. Look, I was just saying it's an hour and 5 minutes, but I can stay. I don't have anything to do. I love talking to you guys. I miss you guys. So, in the same breath, it is great, Ant. Because this just takes a lot of the pressure off of the rest of the world, what everybody's looking at. So.
Yeah, and I definitely, once again, I just want to say, everybody in the chat that comes and listen to us BS or been, constant members in the CU community, always chatting and always, yes, we know that we haven't been as active, and, once again, our apologies in advance for that, and we definitely going to, once life situates, we definitely want to be more active. We definitely want to do CypherCon again. There's a lot of stuff. Like Alan Dean said, they've been very busy with their projects, but that's no excuse for me. So, I'm definitely want to step it up.
Excuse me for just a minute, and I don't mean to cut you off. I sentiment exactly what Anthony said as well. But Cat Hub, you and me, we're gonna have to have a conversation. Did you see Cat Hub's message?
Yeah, I'm just always fan.
Yeah, we're always fans. Don't be telling people about that.
Starting OnlyFans where I do nude solo play.
Or we'll do something with like rubbing your nipples, holding the latest RPG book.
Oh, bro.
Oh gods. Oh yeah. Oh gods.
What even are those noises? Well, there goes the rating. There goes the rating.
I thought D was dying over there.
I'm okay, person.
Even his dog is concerned.
My dog can't check on me. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, but what I just want to say is that we absolutely love you guys. We love the community, and it freaking kills us that we can't be more active and we can't be doing. Like I said, I love these chats. I love bringing people on the community. We haven't had like interviews or anything going on in a while. And yeah, once again, my apologies because trust me when I tell you, we love you guys, all of you.
I will say this. I was somewhat considering doing what KedHub does and like streaming like as I do design shit, like layout shit. But I am so fucking insecure. Like I had it ready and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I closed it. I was like, nah, it's not happening. Like I can't bring myself to actually be like, hey, look at me work while I'm working. I can't. I just can't.
That's because you work in the nude, Al.
Yo, I know it's just insecure about I guess learning as I do it. I don't know, but there are things we could be doing. Like you said that we could be more active, but is for me personally like some insecurities in some regards. Yeah.
Also, yeah, we definitely need more games. We haven't run or play games. Charlie mentioned about running for us on the stream. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could do. To be honest, we just been dropping the ball. But yeah, we could definitely do a bunch of stuff.
Aloofandpoofed asked if you need a little Xanax. Oh man, Anthony, take us home.
If you like us and you like what we do, join the Cypher Unlimited Discord server for all things Monte Cook Games. We have the largest fan-run Discord server for everything MCG. Our videos are always free, but if you want to support us financially in any way, give us a little donation on Ko-fi. It helps us out a great deal. Or subscribe here on Twitch, or like, share, and subscribe over on YouTube. And soon to be Moonbeam. If you have access to that, head over there and follow us there as well. You also want to support us financially in any way, you can go to our online store and pick up some cool Cypher Unlimited merch, like the shirt Dean got on or the one I got on. And I think, did I miss anything? No. Last but not least, we love you guys.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for coming by, talking with us. It was excellent. And again, I got to say it one more time. Thank you so much, Aloofandpoofed, for that 20 sub gift. You are amazing, and we got to do something for you. We got to do something for you.
One last thing I forgot, in case I know some people missed it, but there's the online convention going on, Precondition Con going on right now. They were kind enough to give us a 25% off coupon code. Once again, the coupon is CU-/25. You get to game all weekend, 25% off. So it's about $7.50 a head. Yeah, you can't beat that deal. So head on over to that online convention, and who knows? I think there's some Cypher games running over there.
Before we sign off, Seraph, because you were talking about giving him a shirt, and Seraphis is like, I mean, I like that shirt, but what about getting it off Dean? So, like, literally the shirt off his, we're going to send you the shirt off our back, Aloof. All of us, right? These three shirts we're currently wearing. We're gonna send
one of them fights it.
But anyways, thank you again. Thank you guys for, chatting you to the Cypher Unlimited boys. I'm thanking y'all like your guests, but thank you guys. It's awesome chatting with y'all. We don't get to do it nearly enough. Hopefully we can kind of fix that, but we'll see how projects and energies and whatnot are going. And again, thank you so much, chat, for coming and chatting, because this chat would not have been nearly as fun without y'all. And a special shout out to KedHub, Jason, Gonza, on whatever other Jesus, the other creators that we were mentioning earlier. All those links will be down below in the YouTube description for their stuff. And yeah, thank you again. And as usual, from us at the CU, we will see you later.